Hello, welcome to the Rich and Simple Living. My name's Maria, and if you're new here, I vlog mainly about homeschooling, home life and urban homesteading. And today we're doing some air fryer cooking, a new recipe I've not tried before. And I'm going to be doing like an Easter egg tray bake, it's called. Well, a cream egg tray bake, it's called. But I'm not actually doing it in a tray. If I just step behind, because I haven't got a lot of room to keep everything in front of me, I've got to use one of these. I did go to try and look for a square tray like I was talking the other day, but unfortunately I couldn't find one that would fit in my air fryer, so I'm going to have to look further afield. So for now we're just going to do it in one of these little sponge cake trays, and I've lined it. These are actually air fryer liners, so I've just popped that in there to line it. So we'll just put it down there a minute. Now, I have started doing the ingredients and everything that we need to do. I've made a start on it because it takes so long. So what I've done, I'll show you the book actually. The recipe's from this book, Cadbury Cream Egg Cookbook. So lots of cream egg recipes. I had it about 2 Easters ago. I've done maybe 2 recipes out of it. This will be the 3rd. And it's always worked out quite well. So we'll see what it happens in an air fryer. How it happens in an air fryer. I'm sorry about the light today. I've got big windows and the sun's shining brightly through, so I'm struggling a bit with the light. So yeah, we're going to be doing the cream egg tray bake, only it's not going to be in a tray, so I don't know. I've put some of the ingredients in. Like I say, the ones that take the longest to mix I've already done, but I'll tell you what I've done. So far I have put the butter and the sugar in the bowl. So it's 175 grams of butter and 175 grams of caster sugar. Now, I don't use caster sugar. I use normal granulated sugar. Teacher at school once told me that caster sugar is just granulated sugar ground down. So you can use your appliances. I don't know if you can see mine. Let me see if I can take you up and down a bit. Up and down. There you are. Can you see that? So, if I duck. So yeah, you can grind your sugar down in an implement like this and make your granulated sugar fine. It'll go finer, and that is all caster sugar is. So if you wish to use caster sugar and you don't want to buy it, because obviously it's a lot of expense, you can do that. Or you can be like me, I just put normal granulated sugar in. It all melts anyway, so I don't see the need to grind it down or buy caster sugar. So yeah, come back up. So that's what I've done with that. I've already put the sugar into my mixer. I've already put the butter in. I use a stalk butter, margarine for baking. I put that in and I've already mixed all that together until it was light and fluffy. Then it took 3 eggs, so I beat each egg individually and put that in and whisked one while I was just beating the other. So they're in. So now we've got to a stage where I've just put the flour in. So I thought we'll pick it up from there, because that way, you know, it's not going to go on and on forever, constantly waiting for things to beat together. So we'll take it up from here. I'll bring you down so you're not really going to see me. If I can come back a little bit, but you're still not really going to see me, but you probably can see that a little better. Oh, for a bigger kitchen. But yeah, I've popped the flour in. So the next thing then to put in before we mix it all together will be, where is it? A spoon of baking powder. Now I did have a teaspoon, but I don't know what I've done with it. So we'll just get another one out of the drawer. So we want a teaspoon of baking powder. I'll try and level it off. Trouble when you pick a spoon up like this, you tend to mound it, don't you? But I think that'll do. Don't really know why I need the baking powder, because I've got self-raising flour anyway. I don't normally use the two together, but the recipe calls for it. And as I've never done it before, we'll go with it. So yeah, and then we want 50 grams of cocoa powder. So we'll put that in there. Just get it in with the spoon. That'll do. Just pop that over there. put it into my bowl of water for washing up on a spoon. So we'll pop the lid on it. I think that's all the ingredients that needs to go in there. We'll just mix it in now. See how it all whisks in, so it's go a nice chocolatey colour in a minute. I think it is a bit noisy. Try and get me and that, because I'm not ducking too much. Not a very tall person, but still ducking. That's mixing lovely. But because I'm doing it in here, what I will need to do is I'll get a spoon and just drag it from the edges. Now, most people, especially professional people, have a nice little spatula that will do all this. I haven't. I'm using a spoon. Sometimes I use a knife. But I used to have some spatulas with nice rubber ends that were really good, but they wore out over the years because I had them donkey's years and they wore out. And I need to get some more. And you know, people are always asking me what I want for Christmas and birthdays and that kind of thing. And I never think about the things I actually want. Things that I would use that are useful and aren't costing the earth, you know. Another spoon here. I'll use that one. So then you have butter on it. Get it stuck from one to the other. Typical. Right, we'll give that another quick roll round. That should be done. It feels a little bit stiff. I'm not sure how it's meant to feel. I don't really know, but we'll pop it into the thing anyway, into the tin, and we'll see what it does. Take it from there. See what I mean? It doesn't just drop off, it feels a bit stiff, but maybe it's meant to because of having the cream eggs in it. I don't know. Because that's the next bit, cutting up cream eggs. That will be fun and sticky. I mean, I've never even done this recipe in the oven, never mind in the air fryer. I am quite new to the air fryer. I'm getting the hang of it slowly and I'm enjoying using it. But obviously practice makes perfect, doesn't it? And I don't know how this is going to come out because it does feel quite stiff. And I like a cake that's got drop-in consistency, but it doesn't even mention anything like that in the recipe. But it's quite a lot, so it's going to rise quite a bit, I think. So I'm not too worried if I don't get it all out. I mean, I imagine it might be, you can't really see, can you? It might be meant to be quite strong because, thick, because it says to press into the corners. Well, normally a cake of drop-in consistency, you don't feel you've got to press into the corners. You tend to spread it into the corners. So maybe it is meant to be a bit thicker. Bring it this way. It'll probably go over the edge of my baking paper. The baking paper's moving. Get in. Let's see if we get a bit more out here for this corner. Smells nice, smells chocolate. I'm not really a chocolate cake fan. I'm more of a vanilla sponge person. I love vanilla sponges, I do. And lemon sponges. Oh, I love anything lemony. Wonder where that was going to go then. Because it's so thick, it's sort of sticking. Wow. I'm getting in a bit of a mess, I think. I'm not a professional. Maybe you can do this better than me. But I just wanted to try something in, well, something a bit Eastery and something in the air fryer. be all right. It's just the fact that the thing's moving around, trying to keep it in place because it's quite stiff to do. Right, I think that's all of it out anyway. That's coming out. Put that over there. Oops. Baking powder everywhere. Tipping everything over. Right, we'll leave it at that. We don't want to mess too much. It'll make more problems than it's worth otherwise. Right, just move that out of the way. It's a chopping board. I know you can't see me, but I'm doing my best just to do it so you can see what I'm actually doing. I want a nice sharp knife that hopefully I won't chop my fingers off. Now, I'm not sure how many of these it takes. I think it said 3 eggs, but because I'm not doing it in a long tray like the recipe says, then I'll just put in what I feel I can fit in. So there's already a gap in here. See if that will do anything. Oh, more or less. So we'll press one in there. You press your eggs in. It might just take 3 actually. Oh, did anybody ever try the white cream eggs? Have you seen the white cream eggs? We had them in the Poundland shop that I go into, and there was loads of them, but you know they sold out ever so fast, but I did have a few of them. They were lovely. I've never tried the white ones before, so I don't know if they've been out before. Maybe you could tell me whether they're new or something that's been there before, but this is the first time I've tasted them. And I think I preferred the white ones to the actual, these brown ones, these milk chocolate ones. They were really nice. Oh, really nice. But you know, normally like white chocolate is quite sickly. You can feel sick on it quite quick and very sweet, but I didn't find them to be like that, which is funny because at the middle of these is really sickly sweet stuff, the gooey stuff. And you think combined with the white chocolate, it would have been horrendous, but it's gorgeous. Hey, I've done a really good one there. But I can't do that again. Move them up to try and get this one in if we can. Would like to put one in the middle, but let's not overdo it, eh? So I imagine when this is cooked, the goo in the eggs will give it a bit of a gooey mix, I imagine. I don't know. So that's what the mix looks like. I'm just going to go and wash my hands, and then we'll go and pop it into the air fryer and we'll see what it does. So we're back with the air fryer down the bottom because, as you know, I've moved it down here. Not that there's a great deal more room, but there's a little bit more room. I'll try and get it so you can see at least a bit of me. We'll pop it in. Do you know, I always forget to take this grid bit out of it. We'll pop it in there. Can you see that okay? Switch it on. We're going to air fry it. Actually, I wonder on the bake. We'll put it on the bake actually, not the air fry. Somebody told me to do it on bake when I'm baking, so let's do that. So we'll do it on 160 for 20 minutes. That. So we've got on 160 degrees and 20 minutes on bake. So we'll switch it on and we'll come back to it in a minute and see what happens. So it's just beeped. It's done. Shall we have a look? This is always a scary bit for me. Whoops. Take you down. I brought a knife with me so I can test it. Oh, looks all right. I don't mind, you won't be able to see it, and I'll lift it out. What I'm going to do is pop the knife in. Don't know how well you can see. There you go, that's a bit better, isn't it? I'm going to pop this in because I don't want to take it out until I know it's done. Well, that's come out clean. I won't go too near the things because obviously they're melty anyway. So yeah, I think I'm happy with that. Right, we're going to lift it out. Do you know, I've had so many interruptions. I'm surprised I've got anything done. We'll just pop it on there a minute and we can move that out of the way. I still feel like I could do with a lot more room. So that's how it looks on top. It's cooked. As you've seen, that I popped the knife in, it came out clean. So I'm going to just leave it to cool for a minute and then we'll pop it onto a wire rack or plate or something, but we'll leave it cool a minute and then we'll have a taste of it, see what it's like, and we'll see what it's like in the middle as well then. So we're going to give it a taste test. I'm going to cut a piece. I've lifted it out, as you can see, and so it looks. I'm going to take a little piece. Oh, it's ever so moist. I don't want all the egg though, I don't want a whole big piece. It's really quite moist in the middle. It's a bit collapsible really. And crumbly. Oh, we won't put a whole slice on there. Where the egg's been, it's really quite moist. I don't know whether putting it in for a bit longer would help that, or whether it's just the melting chocolate that's doing that and gives it gooiness. Because I don't know before. I haven't done it before, and I don't know anybody who's done it before. I can't be quite sure, because when my knife went in and poked in the different areas, it was perfectly fine. But obviously I'm cutting where the egg is, and there's nowhere I can cut where the egg isn't. But we'll have a taste of it and see. It's quite sort of crispy tasting on the outside and gooey on the inside where the egg bits are. But where the eggs aren't, it's quite normal. That's cooked okay. Very chocolatey. I'm not a big lover of chocolate desserts. I don't hate them, but I don't go mad for them. But try a bit round here and I can't lift it up. I like the gooiness. Where the egg bit has been, the chocolate egg has melted, there's a nice gooiness around it, and that's quite nice if you like a sort of gooiness to your puddings. I mean, I don't love the chocolate, but the gooiness I quite like. And then, so it's like a gooiness around the chocolate eggs, and then a crustiness around the edge, but at the same time a spongy sort of flavour. It's hard to say, but yeah, don't want to eat too much chocolatey stuff. I wouldn't go mad on making them because I don't know who would eat them. And they're not all big chocolate fans in our house. But yeah, so it's all cut nice, and as you saw, the knife was clean when I put it in the places. I didn't put it into the egg part, but the eggs are sat on top. They don't look like they've melted, but obviously the heat will have glued it all underneath, and when I cut it, it sort of evaporated into it, and it's got a gooiness about it. So I wouldn't really say it's a tray bake. It's more like a gooey chocolate pudding, a gooey cream egg pudding. But yeah, the outer edge is all sort of, not even like a cake really, it's sort of like a crispiness. Don't know how to describe it. I've not had nothing like it, but like I said, I don't really eat chocolate desserts. But it's okay, I won't eat a lot of it. I'd rather eat the chocolate egg on its own. But I don't know, my husband's not really into chocolatey desserts, so I've got to find somebody to eat it now. But yeah, it's okay. I'll put the recipe down below in the description box if you like this sort of thing, if you like sort of cream eggs, because not everybody likes them. And if you like the chocolate flavour, if you like sort of, it's like a cake on the outer edge, but a bit harder, and it's like a gooiness in the middle where the chocolate is. So if you like that sort of thing, you'll enjoy it. So that's it for today. I'll be back next week. Now, I'm not going to be back on Monday with a homeschool vlog like I normally am, because obviously it's bank holiday and it's holiday weekend, so I'm going to have some time out. So probably be Tuesday when I come back next Tuesday. So if you're up to anything this weekend, have a good time. If not, just relax and enjoy. I know not everybody's off. A lot of people have to work. So, you know, whatever you're doing, stay safe and take care and enjoy yourselves. Bye.